Hello students, today we are going to discuss another important poem, that is An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, written by Stephen Spandler. Stephen Spandler was an English poet, novelist and essayist who concentrated on the themes of social injustice and class struggle in his works. Stephen Spandler ने mostly अपने works में social injustice, class struggle इन चीज़ों के बारे में लिखा है. He just wants to tell us that there are some people in this world who are more privileged than others. They get more facilities, luxurious facilities you can say. पोइट ने बताया है कि कुछ लोग ज़्यादा प्रिविलेज्ड होते हैं दूसरे लोगों की बजाय, उनको ज़्यादा फैसिलिटीज़ मिलती हैं. And some sections of the society are too poor to get proper food and diet. कुछ लोग इतने ज़्यादा गरीब हैं हमारी सोसाइटी में कि उनको प्रॉपर फूड और डाइट भी नहीं मिल पाता. So the poem is also focusing on the same issue of social injustice and class inequality. क्लास इनइक्वालिटी और सोशल इंजस्टिस के बारे में पोएम में बात की गई है. The poet describes the children studying in a slum area school. I'm reading the text. Just have a look on it. Far, far from gusty waves, these children's faces. Gusty means stormy waves. तूफान वाली जो waves हैं, उनसे बहुत दूर, far, far away. From the gusty waves, the children's faces are colorless. In the very first line, the poet says that the children's faces are colorless. The children who are sitting in the classroom, their faces are colorless. उनके face जो है वो colorless हैं. Like rootless weeds, the hair torn round their pallor. Pallor means pale faces. So the poet says that their unmanaged hair are scattered on their pale faces. उनके जो unmanaged hair हैं, बिखरे हुए जो बाल हैं, वो उनके चेहरे पर, पीले चेहरे पर बिखरे पड़े हैं. And they look like useless uprooted plant. And how they look like their hairs look like useless uprooted plants. उनके जो hair हैं वो अपरूटेड प्लांट्स जो जड़ से उखाड़ दिए जाते हैं, और वो भी कैसे पौधे, यूजलेस, जिनको हम खरपतवार बोलते हैं हिंदी में, ऐसे पौधे जो हैं उनकी तरह उनके बाल नजर आ रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट ही सेज द टॉल गर्ल विद हर वेट डाउन हेड. देयर इज ए टॉल गर्ल इन द क्लास हु इज सिटिंग विद हर हेड वेट डाउन, वो डाउन her head. She is sitting with her head bowed down. There may be the reason that she is feeling sleepy, or she is feeling hungry, or she is feeling shame due to poverty. या तो उसे भूख लगी हुई है, या उसे नींद आई हुई है, या जो है वो बहुत ज्यादा शेम फील कर रही है अपनी पॉवर्टी की वजह से. That's why she is sitting with her head bowed down. Next, the poet goes to the extreme, and this is the most beautiful phrase in the poem. सबसे अच्छा phrase poet ने use किया है, and he says that the paper-seeming boy with rat's eyes. There is a boy who is as thin as paper. बहुत पतला लड़का है, and the boy is as thin as paper. See the comparison. The boy is compared with a पेपर. लड़के की तुलना जो है एक पेपर के साथ की हुई है. नो बॉय कैन बी एज थिन एज पेपर. कोई भी लड़का इतना पतला नहीं हो सकता जितना कि एक पेपर होता है. द स्टंटेड अनलकी हेयर ऑफ ट्विस्टेड बोन्स reciting a father's gnarled disease, his lesson from his desk. The paper-seeming boy and his eyes are looking like a rat. और उसकी आंखें जो है एक रेट की तरह नजर आ रही हैं. Next he says the stunted means with abnormal growth. The unlucky heir of twisted bones, another boy who has gone a disease in his inheritance from his father, and that disease is that of twisted bones. मुड़ी हुई हड्डियों वाली बीमारी उसे विरासत में मिली है अपने फादर से. He has got this disease in inheritance from his father. Nard disease means twisted bones disease. हड्डियां मुड़ जाती हैं, ऐसी डिजीज जो है उसको है. He is reading his lesson from his desk. Next he says that the classroom has a very low light. Classroom की जो light है, रोशनी जो है classroom में बहुत कम है. One unnoted sweet and young boy. He is referring to another boy who looks sweet and young to the poet. कवि को बहुत ज़्यादा sweet और young लग रहा है. And he is sitting unnoticed. Nobody is paying attention to that boy. कोई उस लड़के की तरफ ध्यान नहीं दे रहा है. And he has a lot of dreams in his eyes. He is mentally not present in the class maybe. क्लास में mentally present नहीं है. Physically he is present in the class, but mentally he is not present in the class. His mind is in the dreams that he is to see the squirrel game in a tree room, and he has many more dreams in his eyes, so the boy is mentally not present in the class. In the first stanza, the poet gives reference of 3 or 4 children, and every time he just wants to say that these students, these children are suffering from malnutrition. Again and again he is saying that these children are suffering from malnutrition. ये बच्चे जो हैं malnutrition से सफर कर रहे हैं. Yes, students. Now I read the second stanza. On sour cream walls, donations, Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn. In the very first line, the poet says that the walls of the classroom are faded off. That means they have not been painted for a long time. काफी समय से उन दीवारों पर पेंट नहीं किया गया है. He says that on the faded off-white colored walls, there is a list of people who has given donations. Donations means there is a list of people on the colorless, on the faded off-white walls. There is a list of people who has given donations. Next he says Shakespeare's head. There is a picture of Shakespeare, the great English playwright, on the wall. दीवार पर एक साइड जो है शेक्सपियर की पिक्चर बनी हुई है. Cloudless at dawn, civilized dome riding all cities. There is a dome, there is a globe, there is a dome. Dome means एक गुम्बद है, जैसे मस्जिद वगैरह में आप देखते हैं. Which has visited all the cities. There is a picture of a dome on one side of the wall. Then he says Baldflory, Tyrlees Valley. There is description of, there is a picture of Tyrlees Valley with beautiful flowers on the wall. Open-handed map, awaiting the world is its world. Awarding the world its world. There is a world map on the wall, which has been made with open hand. एक वर्ल्ड मैप बना हुआ है एक दीवार पर. Yes, students. Now I Read the second stanza. On sour cream walls, donations, Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn. In the very first line, the poet says that the walls of the classroom are faded off. That means they have not been painted for a long time. काफी समय से उन दीवारों पर पेंट नहीं किया गया है. He says that on the faded off white colored walls there is a list of people who has given donations. Donations means there is a list of people on the colorless, on the faded off white walls. There is a list of people who has given donations. Next he says Shakespeare's head. There is a picture of Shakespeare, the great English playwright, on the wall. दीवार पर एक साइड जो है शेक्सपियर की पिक्चर बनी हुई है. Cloudless at dawn, civilized dome riding all cities. There is a dome, there is a globe, there is a dome. Dome means एक गुंबद है जैसे मस्जिद वगैरह में आप देखते हैं. Which has visited all the cities. There is a picture of a dome on one side of the wall. Then he says, Baldflory, Tyrlees Valley. There is description of, there is a picture of Tyrlees Valley with beautiful flowers on the wall. Open-handed map. Awaiting the world is its world. Awarding the world its world. There is a world map on the wall which has been made with open hand. एक वर्ल्ड मैप बना हुआ है एक दीवार पर. The poet says that all the pictures on the walls of the classroom are of no use for these children. इन बच्चों के लिए कहता है ये जो पिक्चर्स हैं जितनी भी शेक्सपियर की पिक्चर है या डोनेशन देने वाले लोगों की पिक्चर्स हैं या डोम की पिक्चर है या वैली की पिक्चर है, these pictures are of no use for these children because our basic necessity is food. And until and unless our basic necessities are fulfilled, जब तक हमारी basic necessities fulfill नहीं हो जाती, we cannot think of any other thing. किसी और चीज के बारे में हम नहीं सोच सकते. So he says, for these children, the world is not the world map. उन बच्चों के लिए जो वर्ल्ड है वो वर्ल्ड मैप नहीं है. These windows, not this map. Not this map means their world for them is not the world map that is depicted on the wall. जो दीवार पर जो मैप लगाया हुआ है वो मैप उन बच्चों के लिए वर्ल्ड नहीं है. Rather for them the world is their classroom window. उनके लिए वर्ल्ड क्या है? उनकी क्लासरूम की विंडो है. Their world is limited to that classroom window only. उनका वर्ल्ड जो है उस क्लासरूम विंडो तक सीमित है. They are living in such pathetic situations. इतनी ज्यादा pathetic situations में वो रहते हैं that they cannot think any other thing. Rather, they all the time think about their basic necessities, that is of food and living. रहने की और खाने की इन चीजों के बारे में ही वो सोचते हैं. Where all their futures is painted with a fog, a narrow street sealed in with a lead sky. Their streets are very narrow. उनकी गलियां जो है वो काफी ज्यादा नैरो हैं. And lead sky means a dull looking sky. Poet says that it seems from their narrow streets the sky is also looking very dull. बहुत ज़्यादा डल लग रहा है स्काई भी उनकी जो स्ट्रीट्स है वहाँ से. फार फार फ्रॉम रिवर्स केप्स एंड स्टार्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड्स. कहता है दैट देयर स्ट्रीट्स, देयर हाउसेस, they are far far away from the rivers, from the islands and from the stars. To summarize the stanza, if I'll say that the poet says that the world map and so many pictures that are depicted on the off-white wall, जितनी भी तस्वीरें उस ऑफ वाइट वॉल्स पर लगी हुई हैं, whether it is the picture of Shakespeare, whether it is the picture of a dome, or whether it is the list of people who has give donations to make the room, they are of no use for these children, and their world is, the world for them is not the world map, rather their world is limited to the narrow streets, to the classroom window of the school, and they are living far away from the rivers, from the islands and from the stars. And the poet goes to the extent of saying that the sky is even looking faded from their narrow streets. Sky bhi faded lag raha hai unki narrow streets se. And if your basic necessities are not fulfilled, you cannot think of any other thing. So to think of Shakespeare and to think of world map is far beyond their reach. ये बहुत दूर है उनकी रीच से. So all these things are wastage for them. Hello students, we are going to discuss next stanza of the poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. Here I am reading the text. Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example. Wicked means bad. He says that for these children, picture of Shakespeare is waste. It is of no use. क्या कह रहा है पोइट कि इन बच्चों के लिए who are not able to even have proper meal, जिनको proper meal ही नहीं मिलता, खाना ही नहीं मिलता, what is the use of Shakespeare's picture? शेक्सपियर की पिक्चर उनकी क्लास में लगाने का क्या यूज है? And the world map is also a bad example. That means there is no need to hang a world map in their classroom because it is totally waste. The poem is written in a satirical manner, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal. Now he is again explaining about the world map, that the world map that is hung in their classroom, it has ships, suns, shining sun, grassy lands. That means there are luxurious things shown in this world map. But after seeing these luxurious things, these children are only tempted, they are only promoted to steal. Means these things, grassy lands, shining sun, beautiful things in the world, they are of no use for them, because to think about such things only tempt them to steal or doing wrong things. Poet कह रहा है that if these children are not having meal, यदि इन बच्चों के पास खाना ही नहीं है, and you are showing them such things, आप उनको ऐसी चीजें दिखा रहे हैं which they are never able to achieve, जो उन्हें कभी मिल ही नहीं सकती हैं, it clearly means that you are tempting them to steal. तो आप उनको टेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं, उनको प्रलोभन दे रहे हैं, क्या करने के लिए? चोरी करने के लिए. Next he says, for lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes, from fog to endless night, on their slag heap these children wear skins. कहता है कि their homes are compared to narrow holes. उनके घरों को कहता है पोइट. See in the third line, for lives that slyly turn, क्योंकि उनकी लाइफ जो है that is limited to their cramped holes. That means their life is limited to their small homes, their dirty homes, their narrow homes, and their homes are compared to narrow holes. छोटे छोटे जैसे बिल होते हैं जानवरों के, उनके साथ कंपेयर कर रहा है पोइट उनके घरों को कि उनके घर इस तरह से हैं. And from fog to endless night means that they are not able to see sunshine. कोई सनशाइन नहीं देख पाते हैं. कितना ज्यादा स्लम एरिया जो है बहुत ज्यादा छोटा होता है. They are not able to see sunshine and their streets and houses are full of fog. उनकी गलियां, उनके घरों में मोस्टली जो है आप क्या देख सकते हैं, you can see fog and darkness and there is no sunshine. डार्कनेस और फॉग हम देख सकते हैं और सनशाइन वहां पर नहीं होती है. नेक्स्ट ही सेज दीज चिल्ड्रन वियर स्किन्स peeped through by bones. See the comparison and imagery the poet uses here. Beautiful imagery. He says that these children, the skin of these children is very thin. उनकी स्किन जो है बहुत ज्यादा पतली है and it seems that their bones are peeping out of their skin. Peep out means they are looking out, they are coming out. उनकी बोन्स जो हैं, हड्डियां जो हैं, ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे बाहर निकलने वाली है. That means their bones are clearly visible. We can clearly see their bones. Again he is focusing on the same point that they suffer from malnutrition. These children suffer from malnutrition. वो malnutrition से सफर कर रहे हैं, कुपोषण हो गया है उनको and they are not able to get proper meal. Proper meal उनको proper food नहीं मिल पाता है. Next he says with mended glass and spectacles of steel with mended glass like bottle bits on stones. See, next he says, what kind of spectacles these children are wearing? They are wearing very old kind of specs. पुराने तरह के specs जो है उन बच्चों ने पहन रखे हैं. And these specs are also mended it seems. कि उन specs को भी mend कर रखा है, सुधार कर रखा है उनमें. शायद it may be possible that they were broken. शायद ऐसा हो सकता है कि वो टूट गए थे. And they were mended. उनको ठीक किया गया हो ऐसा लग रहा है. And it seems that they are just putting glasses on their eyes. ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे उन्होंने अपनी आंखों पर एक एक शीशा ही रखा हुआ है चश्मे के नाम पर. They are not having proper spectacles. Proper specs नहीं है उनके पास. Next he says all of their time and space are foggy slum. Their time, their energy, and they spend most of the time in the foggy slum area. That means they are living in a very narrow street, very slum area, and very small houses they are living. बहुत छोटे छोटे घरों में वो लोग रहते हैं. So blot their maps with slums as big as doom. So the maps that are there, इसलिए कहता है कि जो मैप्स वहां पर हैं should show these slums. वो जो मैप्स उनके कमरे में टांग रखे हैं, they should not show the sun is shining and there are grasslands and the earth is so much beautiful. And there are rivers. They must not show such things. The poet says that the maps that are hanging in their classroom, they must show these slums that where these children live. That will be the real depiction. Real depiction तो तभी होगा जब आप उन maps में उन slums को दिखाएंगे where these poor children are living. And The slums, in the last line he says that these slums are as big as doom. Doom means ruin. That means they are a symbol of their ruin. वो उनकी बर्बादी का symbol है. The poet says. So concludingly, I can say that in the whole stanza, the poet just wants to say that these poor children are living in slums. They are living in very small houses, and their houses are compared to narrow holes by the poet. And he says that the picture of Shakespeare and the world map with all the luxurious things, with all the beauties of nature, that is a fake thing. That is of no use for these children, because they will never be able to understand Shakespeare's picture unless and until they are given proper food. जब तक उन्हें food नहीं मिलेगा तो उन्हें जो है वो उनके लिए कोई यूज नहीं है शेक्सपियर के चित्र का, शेक्सपियर की फोटो का. दे विल नेवर बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड इट. एंड ऑल्सो द मेन फोकस ऑफ द पोएट इज ऑन द पॉइंट दैट these children are suffering from malnutrition. Firstly, their living areas should be mended and their conditions should be made better, and they should be provided proper food and nutrition, and after that these world maps will be of use for these children. So that was all in the stanza. Here I am reading the text. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. In the very first line, the poet calls upon governors. Governors means administrators, inspectors and visitors of these slums, some officers that visit these slums. He calls upon all of them and says that there is a wide gap between civilized world and world of these children. There is a huge gap between civilized world and the world of these children. He says that they should look into the world of these poor slum children. कह रहा है पोइट कि उन्हें जो है, जो गवर्नर्स हैं, इंस्पेक्टर्स हैं और विजिटर्स हैं, उनको इन गरीब बच्चों के वर्ल्ड को देखना चाहिए इन रियलिटी रादर देन इन फॉर्मेलिटीज. सिर्फ फॉर्मेलिटीज में ही ना देखें, रियलिटी में भी जो है इन गरीब बच्चों के वर्ल्ड को दे शुड लुक इनटू, उनको देखना चाहिए. एंड he also says that they should try to make these children's world as their own world, and it means that they should try to make the world of these children happy. इन बच्चों के वर्ल्ड को भी हैप्पी बनाने की कोशिश करनी चाहिए, जैसे कि उनका वर्ल्ड, इनका गवर्नर्स, इंस्पेक्टर्स एंड विजिटर्स का वर्ल्ड जिस तरह से हैप्पी है, they should try to make these children's world also happy. And then next he says that these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. Windows here is used symbolically. Windows को यहाँ पर symbolically use किया है. And he says that these windows, that means they are not getting any facilities and their lives have become catacombs due to which. Catacombs means graves. कब्र बन गई है उनकी लाइफ जो है, because they are not even getting the basic necessities. क्योंकि उनको basic necessities, जरूरत की चीजें नहीं मिल रही हैं, so their lives have become catacombs or graves. Break open till they break the town. क्या कहता है कि the poet says that they can see the foggy streets outside the classrooms. क्लासरूम से बाहर खिड़की में से वो सिर्फ धुंध वाली गलियां ही देख सकते हैं. What they can see just the foggy streets outside the classroom. And slum area environment has completely stopped their progress in a way. एक तरीके से आप ये भी कह सकते हैं कि जो एनवायरनमेंट उन बच्चों को दिया गया है उससे उनकी प्रोग्रेस रुक गई है. एंड द पोइट सेज break open. That means he says that these governors, inspectors and visitors should try to make their lives better. कोशिश करनी चाहिए कि इनकी लाइफ भी बेटर बन जाए. Otherwise they will break the whole town. That means they will become revolutionary. वो revolutionary बन जाएंगे. Break the whole town here is used symbolically, use किया है poet ने, and it is a symbol of their revolution, that they will become revolutionary. Next he says that the people of this civilized community, that they should take these children out of the slums. क्या करना चाहिए? जो सिविलाइज्ड कम्युनिटी के जो लोग हैं उनको क्या करना चाहिए? इन बच्चों को बाहर लेके जाना चाहिए इन स्लम एरियाज से. दे शुड बी गिवन द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू गेट आउट ऑफ दिस बैड एनवायरनमेंट. इस खराब एनवायरनमेंट से उनको बाहर निकलना चाहिए. एंड शो दीज चिल्ड्रन टू ग्रीन फील्ड्स एंड मेक देयर वर्ल्ड. और उन बच्चों को क्या दिखाएं? दे शुड शो दीज चिल्ड्रन ग्रीन फील्ड्स, ग्रीन ग्राउंड्स उनको दिखाए जाने चाहिए. एंड दे शुड ऑल्सो बी अलाउड टू ब्रीथ इन फ्रेश एंड ओपन एयर. उन्हें भी शुद्ध हवा में सांस लेने की परमिशन मिलनी चाहिए. दैट मीन्स दे शुड बी गिवन सच अपॉर्चुनिटीज. ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज उनको दी जानी चाहिए. Run azure on gold sands and let their tongues run naked into books, the white and green leaves open. He says that the children should be given the opportunity to play in the golden sands, because these children are limited to this slum area only. ये बच्चे सिर्फ इस slum area में ही रहते हैं and they never get the opportunity to see the shining sun, rivers, golden sands, grasslands. They are never been exposed to such environment. So the poet says that they should be given to such opportunities to see all the things. ये सारी चीजें उन बच्चों को भी दिखाई जानी चाहिए. गोल्डन सैंड्स, उनमें खेलने की उनको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले. ग्रीन ग्रासलैंड्स उनको दिखाएं. फ्रेश एंड ओपन एयर उन बच्चों को प्रोवाइड करवाई जाए. एंड so that their minds should do progress. उनके minds जो हैं ताकि progress कर सकें. Because the poet says the most important line, history there whose language is the sun, because only those people are able to write history, that means create history, or they can do good things, big things, who are given opportunities, जिनको मौका दिया जाता है. who are given proper environment जिनको दिया जाता है. only they will be able to do something new and miraculous. सिर्फ वही बच्चे कुछ नया कर पाएंगे जब उनको अपॉर्चुनिटीज दी जाएंगी, उनको प्रॉपर फैसिलिटीज दी जाएंगी, बेसिक नेसेसिटीज एटलीस्ट उनकी कंप्लीट होंगी. एंड द पोइट सेज in a very sad tone that if we are not able to, if the society is not able to give them proper food, proper nutrition and proper living area, proper homes, then what can be expected from such children? तो ऐसे बच्चों से आप क्या expect कर सकते हैं? So these children should be given proper environment, only then they will be able to do something new. Every child has opportunity. If given opportunity, he or she can do better. बहुत अच्छा कर सकता है, because every child has got capabilities. सबके पास capabilities हैं. But if you are not given to proper food or proper living place, then you will not be able to do anything. Same is the case with these children. So the tone of the poem is angry one and revolutionary as well. Angry tone है poet की और revolutionary भी है, and he calls upon the inspectors, governors and visitors of these slums and officers of this area that they should do something so that these children can be get out of these slum areas and they can get proper environment. That's all. Thank you. Have a good day.